What is up, guys? Wraec here with a new video, and today I want to give you guys a little bit of a preview of an upcoming hero. And the hero that we're talking about is Faramor. We can already see him stand over here. Maybe I can zoom a little bit in. This guy here, the big white wolf. We saw him in the trailer and actually on the Pioneer server right now, so in the test server, we get to fight one of the first story battles. And in this story battle against the rogue undead that is here on the graveyard, we get to use Faramor. So I thought I would share this with you as I was very surprised. First of all, this guy's a Wilder, didn't think that. Rogue physical range, not sure if he's an S or an A tier, can't really tell. And you can already see his first effect. I'll remove the other heroes here quickly. He seems to provide a shield for the unit that is behind there. Well, a shield, that is the question. At least it looks rather fancy. I will also remove Tazi though, because we are a little bit over leveled. And of course we want to take a look at his abilities. And I took a little bit of a peek already, I have to say. And yeah, he might be crazy, I don't know. It looks very promising, the things I saw. So let's start that, turn that down to 1 speed. We can see he gets himself a shield, that's the first thing we notice. AoE damage on nearly all the heroes around him. Fist damage, we see that. That was a big stun, and that is actually quite crazy. No heal was displayed, true damage, maybe a damage over time effect. Let's restart that fairly quickly before he actually destroys those enemies. I think that could be it. We have a nice spot to pause that right here. Look at that sword over there. And that is absolutely going to destroy them, I feel. So I want to go back a little and give him another chance so we can see that again. Let's try that. So, the first thing that I noticed is, well, they surround him. And he seems to have a pretty decent AoE. Look at that. We have like damage on the one behind him even. Now he hits all of them. I first thought this was Tazi when I saw that the first time. It actually wasn't. His ult animation is beyond cool. No heal. And the damage over time effect, maybe from this ground effect right here. The glowing ground. Looks fairly crazy. Got stunned. He did take a bit of damage. But that is true damage over time that we see here. I want to see it one more time. I'm not sure if this actually gives us an end screen to restart it. So I don't really want to risk not being able to show you that again. So, I mean, he does take some damage there. Has huge AoE despite being a melee hero. And then with this ult, not only hits the enemies, but creates like this special ground there. And this does seem to take away its energy. Look at that. There is the energy. As long as that active, this ground stays until there were no more enemies there. But now, because this only took like the first part of his energy, he's nearly full again. That's why we see this super fast second ult, because now he's already at the second ult. And you can see how little that energy that really took to start the ult. So this initial hit doesn't really take that much. And then only the ground they stand on, this continually consumes energy. Okay. One more time. Last time. Last time, but I just like it. How many heroes can we place behind him? Like, we can place one hero behind him and he gets the same effect. Maybe we can do Chippy. That would be an idea. Oh, in front is also work. Okay. Just any tile next to him. Well, let's see what Chippy does when he's in front there. I wonder how that looks. Okay, we start off. He activates his ability. I don't know, it doesn't seem like Chippy got any kind of buff here. Get to do the super hamster ult? No. I don't know. Doesn't really look like it. Okay, we're surrounded again. We do our ult. Create the special ground. Kills a second enemy. And now there is nobody anymore on the ground. We do the next ult, which has a stun effect, we saw that, and also seems to block heal. Gets deactivated again. I wonder. Like, that really makes me wonder how that would work out against the boss. Like, you do the ult, and of course the boss stays on the ground, because it probably doesn't move. So, then overall, you're just able to just sustain this. And then the question is, can he get enough energy to keep it up? Can he get enough energy to keep that ult up? That is, of course, the question. I mean, it's a little bit like a brine, but with the special ground that does true damage. Now it worked! Like, when he was in the front, he also created the energy shield on like Chippy was last time. But now it seems to have worked, because now we have the special shield around Hemi, but also only for a certain period of time. This does pretty good damage, I have to say. Now it's back. Okay, that's pretty cool. I have no idea what it does, and sadly it is not described in-game. Okay. Let's see if we get an end card in this. Okay, we do seem to get an end card, that's pretty good. So we have very big damage, he took all the damage, and this is just like the Supreme version, not Supreme Plus. We don't get to see the ability, sadly. But I'm curious, because this is a Wilder. I didn't expect him to be Wilder. I don't know, I thought he was a Mauler, maybe even a Graveborn or something, though Graveborn... I honestly... Lightbearer was what I thought, because we have like the Lightbearer faction here. But he's a Wilder, once again. A little bit like Linear in that regard. Rogue, physical, one range. And honestly, true damage on a Wilder unit is usually very, very promising. So, remains to be seen what we can do with that. And I mean, he will be fairly interesting. I will skip that so you don't get story spoiled. And we have to see, I mean, in regards to Wilder and Rogue, if we just filter for that, we really only have 2 right now. And is she Rogue? Yeah, she's also Rogue. 3, Lily May. And then we have Iron and we have Lenya. I mean, it kind of fits into the Lenya spectrum, but really, Rogues also have been quite good. We have Iron in there, Lily May, Lenya, all really great heroes. Now we get another one. I kind of hope he's S tier, but the thing is, he's not announced yet for release. But we saw him there with the heroes that were going to be released. We saw Lorsan, who's probably going to be released first. When we have Valka, also going to be released first. By the way, despite us being on the Pioneer server, we don't have Valka or anything yet. They did that last time, not this time though. So we'll have to see. Lorsan will be released. He's going to be an S tier. Then we are going to get Valka, or other way around. I don't know really. We saw the Soul Taker, this big guy that looked like a church. So also already 3 heroes. And probably afterwards, sometime, we're going to get Faramor. And yeah, so we are talking about a hero that is probably still like 2 months away, at least. So a little bit, yeah, it was a little bit like an early view to it. But I saw the initial gameplay, like the ult, and I was like, oh, that looks so juicy, you have to show that. Reminded me a bit of Lily May, and I sure hope he's going to be crazy. I sure hope he's going to be crazy. You have to have a bit more patience for this guy to arrive. But when he does, I'm almost sure we're going to look at some kind of new meta hero in terms of dealing damage. Maybe some team support in there. We saw the shield. Could be really, really interesting. Tell me your opinions on Faramor down in the comments below. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.